Hey everyone, Goliath here. Welcome back to another video, this time playing some Gwen in the top lane. If you're new to my channel, I'm usually playing Urgot or Mordekaiser, but I thought I would switch it up for this game because we're playing versus a tank, and Gwen is kind of the ultimate tank counter as far as like AP champions go. And it sounded really fun. I used to play a decent chunk of Gwen before I started playing Urgot, actually. She was kind of like bottom of my champion pool. I kind of played a mix of everything back then. But yeah, for runes we have Conquer, Presence of Mind, Alacrity, Last Stand, and then Second Wind Revitalize. And then also we took the Attack Speed Shard. Attack Speed Shard is really nice on this champion, as well as Alacrity, because you're trying to just build up autos for your Q, basically. So as you can see right now, every time we auto, we get that passive bar. And once that stacks up to 4 stacks, that's when you want to go for the Q. And each stack is basically like it's like storing an auto attack worth of damage in your Q, pretty much. And you want to make sure you hit the middle part of the Q for that true damage. Oh, nice. We barely got that minion. We should win the level 1 here. I have Ignite. Let's build up our Q stacks. Oh, yeah. Jeez, man, that damage. No time to rest. Yeah, Gwen's really good level 1 into tanks. Gwen is good into tanks at like literally every point in the game. It's such a counter pick. I will say she's not the best, in my opinion, she's not the best blind pick. She's actually a really rough blind pick because you do have a lot of tough matchups, but she's a really good counter pick champion if you see a tank top lane. Let's try to just go for the push here into reset. I have really good wave clear with my Q. And our E gives us attack speed as well. So E gives us attack speed as well as a little bit of extra on-hit damage. It's kind of like a built-in Nashers, which is pretty nice. Definitely going to go for the Riftmaker Rush here. You pretty much always want to go Riftmaker Rush, from what I know about Gwen. Riftmaker into Nashers is like the core build. And then after that, it's usually like Zonias. You could do like Zonias, Void Staff, if they're stacking a lot of MR. Some people just go into Rabadons if you're really fed as well. But yeah, Gwen's actually really fun, man. Let me know if you guys want to see some more Gwen. We got 2 points in Q here, so if we land a Q, it's gonna do a huge chunk. Oh, he sidestepped the true damage there. Pop our W. Ooh, we're dead here. All right, fair play. Thankfully we have teleport, so that's not too crippling for us, honestly. Viego got the kill as well, so not too worried. Even if Tahm Kench did get the kill, it's such a counter matchup. You never really have to be worried. Just try to get what we can under tower here. Thinking we'll probably just go for the slow push here. The struggle is worth it. Viego most likely did his full topside and then went for the gank on me, so he's probably going to be playing bot lane for like the next few minutes. So we can maybe try to go for a solo kill here. Or just get the wave. We'll probably just get the wave fixed with how this is looking. Yeah, I guess you can't W the Tahm Kench W. That makes sense now that I think about it, because he's jumping into your circle. But I can W his Q. Also, W gives us a bit of armor and MR. Ooh, really nice Q there.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, W gives us a little bit of resist, so it's never useless. Can always just use it for the resist. Let's build up our passive here and maybe just try to go for a Q. Q as we walk out here. 200 true damage. Even though you're melee, you can build up these passive things and just go for like QEs like that. Oh my gosh, he's gonna eat. Oh wait, he's level 5. Okay, we win this. Wow, he just got 6. That timing on the ulti, man. That reminds me of the interaction with Urgot where they try to eat you right as you go for the grinder. And it just grinds them from the inside out. It's actually so brutal. Okay, I can't go for that. He's got W. Yeah, that scared me, man. I thought he was level 6 there at the start of the fight for some reason. Alright, Leeching Leer, Blasting Wand, Boots. That's an amazing buy for me. Let's E back, save a little bit of time.
I remember when she sewed my dress with these scissors. Now they cut a different cloth.
I gotta say, this champion's actually really satisfying. Like, it just feels so smooth farming. The trading patterns and like the farming just feels so smooth.
What a delight!
Almost 300 damage on my Q right now if we have 4 of those stacks. Block out his Q. Another EQ trade.
I've certainly endured far
Or actually, I think that was QE. Yeah, you can do QE or EQ. Got my ulti coming up. We should definitely fight this. I want to keep going. I got ulti up. Let's throw some ultis over. Get a little bit of damage down. They get the Shelly, very nice.
I'll break as many needles as it takes to get this right.
Yeah, your ulti's really good. It basically starts off as like just that 1 needle, and then it gets like 2 needles, and then it gets a bunch of needles. So it gets stronger with each cast.
Onward.
If we get one more wave, I could get a Rift Maker, so I think we'll stay here. Or just get the plate. Try to get that real quick. Block out his Q. So yeah, if he's not inside that circle, it just... I'm completely immune. He can't even hit me with Q. That goes for like any skill shot. We can just run down here. As long as he doesn't get me with Q, we should be okay. Thinking we just recall, save time here. Hopefully we don't get canceled. If we get canceled, we could try to fight. I'm pretty strong. Alright, sweet. Grab a control ward, E back. This lane's going really well for me.
This place certainly brings out the fight in everyone.
Let's try to keep our lead going. We're going to go for Nashor's second item here. Nashor's Teeth. I just noticed we have like the ultimate tank shred team comp. We got the Brand and the Vayne as well. They have double tank and we have 3 tank shredders. That's insane.
Here to see this. See me.
Now that we got Riftmaker, we can do some serious damage. I'm gonna try to go for it. Can I kill him? Yeah, this is what I was worried about. I think we can kill him now. Oh, dang, that didn't heal me enough. I think I would have died to Viego anyway, though. Alright, a little bit of a limit test there. if that was any other tank, it would have been pretty good. But the fact that he can eat me and throw me under tower, that's what I was worried about. But yeah, it was a little bit too late. Like, once I thought about it, it was a little bit too late. There's not much I could have done about it. Go for the TP here. I think that's probably just a solo kill, yeah. Oh my gosh, did he have 1 second left on the Shelly? Did I just save him with that ping? Is that what that means? Oh wait, no, that's probably the 1 second because he was in combat. So it's like the timer to use it. That's probably what it was. Yeah, that's definitely what it was. There's no way that was 1 second. Gosh, that Q's just so much damage. Even with no stacks, it still does a good chunk. Oh my goodness. Cannon miss. Let's be a little bit careful here, but we could also maybe kill him if we get tower. I'm going for it. Oh yeah. Didn't even need that last part of the ulti. Between the Ignite Burn and those Qs, man, you just snip them down.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Pick up first tower. Don't know where their jungle is. Should probably get out of here.
I learned this trick back home and added my own misty touch. Quick, quick!
Alright, sweet. Build's looking good. Lane's looking good.
Bits of fabric can become
Team's looking pretty solid.
My work here can do just the same.
Let's be ready for the counter gank here, maybe. Maybe he can bait something. Oh, the Tahm Kench is here. Oh my gosh, my key went off still.
No stitching that back together.
Wow, nice, man. I can't believe my Q went off when he ate me there. That was sick. Didn't even need my ultimate. Alright, really nice team fight. I'm glad we went for the mid roam there.
What happens next, I get to decide.
We're good. Yeah, that was a really good time though, because top lane, we got top lane super shoved. So it's really good just to hover, at least hover mid there. Like, even if nothing happens, nothing is I'm not losing much in top lane there. So that can be really good to do in top lane when you, especially when you get the wave shoved to that tier 2. You have a lot of time just to hover around and look for a potential play. Or like potential counter gank. Alright, let's get our Nashers and then head back to top lane.
It'll be quite fun cutting them
So
down.
core build done at 1450. It's really nice.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
We'll probably get top lane pushed, and then I'm thinking we'll look for a Shelly.
I've always wished to see one of those.
If this guy plays up, we can solo kill him pretty easily right now. Wow, this attack speed is feeling amazing with the Nashers. Oh, they stole the Shelly. I got him.
I'll make sure my allies get the victory they deserve.
That's nice how the brand passive is so nice against Viego, or like any stealth champion.
To shred.
Because if you're doing damage, it kind of like tracks them, you know? so it's kind of easy to see them. Or see where they're going.
The wind at my back feels so good.
If I run into somebody, like, turning the wall right here, we can completely one-combo them. We can just get this tower and then dive. Oh, I mistimed my Q. We have the ulti still, though. Nice. This ulti is so fun, actually. I like how you have the sniping potential. We're gonna play just pretty Q heavy right now. I don't want to go like super in. Just play off our Qs right now. They do a lot of damage right now. Probably want to back here. Always good to take the camps on your way out. Oh, they surrendered. Okay, that was pretty fun. I'm going to do another round of Gwen since that was kind of a short match. So I'll see you guys back for round 2. Alright guys, we're back with round 2 of the Gwen gameplay. This time facing a Nautilus. And they also have Maokai jungle, so double tank matchup here. Really good game for Gwen. We got another counter pick, thankfully. Also, Nautilus is pretty strange matchup. It's been a while since I've seen one of these guys. Fun fact, actually, I think it was season 6, we had I was like 20-2 with Nautilus in my ranked games. And I played him top lane. Go for the E in here. Get another Q off. Only 3 stacks on that Q, but still pretty good. Yeah, trade should be really good for me. This matchup should be a little bit easier than Tahm Kench, honestly.
If only she were here to see this.
I think Tahm Kench has a little bit more kill threat. Get that 240 ward down. There's a chance we get a ganked here. I'm gonna go pretty push heavy right now. Just try to fix this wave. Oh my gosh, that was actually a really good hook by him. I made sure to walk back in there so we get cannon XP. But we definitely got a recall. Okay, that's something you gotta be really careful against Nautilus, I guess. You gotta be really careful of that. I'm not used to this matchup, so it kind of threw me off.
An enemy has been slain.
But thankfully we don't lose too much out of it. Just a few creeps.
Seeing my dress twirl reminds me to smile.
Wow, that Q... The hitbox is so weird on that Q, man.
To pieces!
I wasn't paying full attention, but it didn't even look like it hit my minion.
No one said life would be easy. That is
Oh man, I should have W'd that Q. I tried, but I was a little bit too slow. If we W the Q, it just goes completely through us. Just doesn't even affect me.
snip, snip.
I need to push ASAP since he's back in. He could teleport back as well. But either way, I just want to push and try to get a back off myself because we're so chunked out right now. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that first match, but your E is also an auto attack reset.
Hold on. I need to go. Don't start a fight without me.
An ally has been slain.
Our wave's not ideal here, but I'm just too worried about dying, either to a gank or even 1v1. And honestly, if Nautilus freezes, it's kind of fine right now because he can't hold the freeze against me once we get back. No matter what, we can always break the freeze in this matchup. The only time you really don't want people to freeze on you is when you know you can't break it when you get back. That's when it feels really bad.
Like nothing can hurt
Also,
me.
it turns out to not even be a freeze. I think he could have froze there.
Hello, protection.
Yeah, see, there we go. We have to W his Q. That's actually really good.
Oh, joy.
This could be a kill for me. He missed his Q, so he can't escape. That's not gonna kill. Need one more tick. So we might be able to get a plate out of that. My wave clear is super good.
No time like the present.
Can use your E just for attack speed here. Build up those passives for the Q.
Up we go, scissors.
So it's actually better to back for tempo here. And also, I don't know where their jungle is, so he could try to gank me right as the Nautilus gets back to land. A little bit worried about that. But this is really good because those 3 melees went into tower.
My work here can do just the same.
Oh wait, that melee minion's like right outside tower. I thought it was in tower range. It's still really good though. Because now his wave stacks up and slow pushes, and then we get a freeze and we can go for a kill with ulti. So this wave state is amazing right now.
A great day to fight.
We just want to like thin this down so it doesn't fully push into my tower. And then we just want to like trade while doing that basically. And if we get him chunked out, we can all in.
Here's a silly trick.
Just gonna pop W for a little bit of extra resist. This could actually be a kill here. Oh my goodness. I think I could have got that.
What happened?
I think I could have weaved in one more auto maybe. You want to weave in those autos. You can weave in like auto keys while doing your ultimate. Might be able to just go for a QE here.
Shut down.
Gonna play it slow though. I don't want to throw. He's gonna miss a lot of creeps.
Trying to stop me.
Let's see if he goes for cannon.
Keep on trying. To shreds.
It's okay to play slow in this situation because sometimes it's better. If you play this slow and make him miss all these creeps, and then you end up getting the kill, it's actually better than just like killing them. Because right now we're denying so much creeps.
Snip, snip.
Because teleport's still down too, so if we kill him, it's super value.
Oh, what to
And also he can't go back to base right now. Like he doesn't get that free base. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to go for Nautilus here. Drop Ignite. Alright, that's fine. They got the whole squad up here for me. Yeah, in those situations, especially when you have Ignite, you have pretty good, you can always make it a 1-for-1 usually with Ignite if you have a lead like this.
right.
Depends on like the situation, of course, but usually you can.
I can't give up. Not now, not ever.
We're in a pretty good spot though, 30 CS lead. And honestly, just a super good matchup for me. I highly recommend if you guys want to try out Gwen, wait until you get a tank matchup.
It'll be
Like,
quite
wait
the
until
highlight
somebody
of
blind
the
picks a tank. And that's your time to counter. People actually blind pick tanks quite a bit too.
Don't waste a minute.
Because in general, they are pretty safe.
An ally has been slain. An ally has
Like, even if you get countered as a tank, you can still at least not feed. Sometimes. Can we kill him here? Oh my goodness. I didn't even need that last part of my ulti. If you land these true damage Qs, man, it's so insane. Go for the auto E. That's nice how the on-hit damage from your E actually works on the towers too. Yeah, Gwen is really good at taking towers. Alright, Nautilus TP down. We got enough for a Rift Maker. That's a huge spike in this matchup.
I remember when she sewed my dress with these scissors. Now they cut a different cloth.
Head back to our island.
Isolde, wherever you are, I know you'll be alright.
I'm thinking we'll probably just keep pushing because we can poke him down pretty good. Like, even under tower, it's so hard for him to farm under tower, I feel like.
I've certainly endured.
And then we just poke with Qs. It's kind of like playing Mord almost. It's like, even though you're melee, you can still actually poke them under tower pretty good.
An enemy has been slain.
This is better than a dream. It's real.
Oh yeah, I'm running a conditioning this game. That was the only thing I changed in the runes. I want to try a bit more of a scaling page. I feel like, again, Nautilus is just like not much of a threat early game. He doesn't have enough damage early. Although he did almost kill me with that hook under tower. But that's like the only way. That's just because I didn't know the matchup super well either. Got him with the very side of the Q there, so we don't get the true damage unless we get that middle part. But it still does pretty good damage. Hits me with another one of those cheeky Qs, man. Good thing we got healing this time, though.
Has been slain.
Got the refillables going. That's kind of the whole premise of Nautilus top lane. If the enemy person gets lazy outside tower, you just hook them in and try to CC. It's actually not bad.
I'll make sure my allies feel the joy they deserve.
I think Nautilus top could be decent in like the right matchup. But definitely not against Gwen.
Snip, snip. The black
Your
mist
team
won't
has destroyed a turret.
Jeez, look at that damage. Oh, dang, we missed the cannon, though.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Try to get another Q in here, maybe. He's playing pretty safe now.
to pieces.
Oh, wow, I tried to W that. A little too slow. Ignite should kill him here. I should be able to take this guy.
I'm getting good.
Oh, yeah. That Q damage is so nice, man. Your QR just completely shreds tanks. We had a Riftmaker plus Conquer fully stacked there from the Nautilus. So my damage was like already super ramped up when we went on the Maokai.
I won't.
Gwen is really good at 1v2ing.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
You don't frighten me.
Nice, we're farming good this game too. It's gonna be an early Nashers.
I will experience everything like I never could before.
We'll go for Merc Treads here. I'm not really worried about their AD champs. They got a decent chunk of CC as well.
The struggle is worth it.
Let's build up our passive stacks for the Q here.
Don't blink.
I must hurry if I am to win. To shreds!
Kind of down for a team fight. Thinking we can maybe flank with the Vel'Koz here. Oh, they're lining up for a super good ulti. Maybe I can snipe this? Oh my goodness, nice. Wow, that actually kills too. That must have been like just enough lethal. Oh my gosh, another surrender. Okay, another quick match, guys. Alright, I'm gonna do round 3 and we'll try to get a longer game. So I'll see you guys back for another round, because Gwen is super fun. Alright guys, we're back with round 3 of the Gwen gameplay. This is gonna be the last and final round. So hopefully it's a bit of a longer match. And we're also playing up against a Camille, so not a tank lane. Should be a little bit more of a spicy matchup. I kind of feel like Gwen just kind of auto wins against tanks. So this will be a hopefully a little bit better practice. But yeah, same runes as last game, except we... Actually, did I go conditioning last game? I can't remember. I think I did. I'm kind of a fan of conditioning. It's a little bit greedy, but I just like the rune. If you don't want to go conditioning, you can definitely go for like second win into Camille is also pretty good. You don't want to go bone plating versus her most of the time because she can just poke it off with W. I think early game will be a little bit struggle, mainly just because her passive shield in this matchup I think it's going to be really good. Or I guess really bad for us, but really good for her. Kind of hard to trade against that. Ooh, she just sidestepped that Q. So one thing we can do versus Camille, there's two things we can do versus her W. If I know I'm going to get hit by it, we can walk into it. So we take a little bit less damage, and then she also doesn't get the heal. You don't want to get hit by that outer part. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's the other thing we can do. We can E like just to the side like that and just dodge it. That's what I want to be trying to go for if I have my E up. Kind of a bad Q. I probably should have sat on my stacks there, but I'm kind of just wanting to push in this wave, to be honest. A little bit scared of a jungle gank. Pop her W. Okay, nice. We actually live. I wasn't sure about that one. Yeah, see, if we sit on those passive stacks, it makes it a little bit, like, more... It makes it a little bit sketchier for her to, like, dive in, basically. Like, she'll be a little bit more hesitant. That's one thing you want to try to think about on Gwen that I'm still trying to get better at. Like, sometimes just sitting on those 4 stacks is, like, a little bit of lane pressure. Once I give those stacks, and it wasn't a very good Q either, that's the thing. Like, I only hit, like, a minion. I'm giving up a lot of pressure when I do that.
First blood. An ally has been slain. An ally has
It's kind of
been
funny, I just
slain.
noticed this is, like, the scissor matchup. It's kind of weird. Ooh, nice. She does have a teleport, so she'll probably TP back here. Wave is really good, though. We can just let it push test right now and try to hold it on our side for a little bit. Yeah, there's the teleport. So teleport and flash down. She used that flash a little bit ago.
Brisk fresh air. To shreds.
One thing I'm really liking on Gwen is just like how satisfying it is to CS on.
Wind at my back feels so good.
That's one thing that I really like about like certain champions. These champions that do like the little extra bit of magic damage, they're just like satisfying to CS on, and the Q as well. Oh nice, my W blocked her W there.
May I jump in?
I thought she was in the circle, but I guess she was right outside it. Alright, we can just walk out this way, I guess. I need to get a ward down anyway. Works for me.
Onward.
We can go pretty trade heavy right now. I just want to bait for the Twitch here. Nice. Got that full passive stacks for Q there. Does so much damage. Yeah, we have a Twitch mid this game, so that's gonna be pretty cheeky. Oh, we got a Kane here. I just got my ulti though. Let's just try to go for the snipes. EQ. Finish him off.
I did that.
Can use this for a little bit of wave clear. Oh, that Q could have been better. Alright, not bad. Got wave pushed in. I'm happy with that. I just noticed our mid laner's name is always chat banned.
Bits of fabric can become something beautiful.
And he's playing Twitch mid. That just sounds... that just sounds like this guy's gonna be toxic, dude. He's about to die right now, too, I feel like. Yep. There he goes.
Shut you down.
Always chat banned.
I'm gone. The struggle
Oh,
is
there it is. He got chat banned. The name checks out. Filtered a message from always chat banned. That's kind of cool how Riot does that auto mute. I actually like that feature. I mean, you can always mute people yourself, obviously, so it's, I don't know. It's just kind of a nice little quality of life thing. You don't have to worry about them for the rest of the game. Ooh, nice true damage Q. She's trading back pretty good. We're full Conqueror stacks. Try to get another Q in with that. Or not try, we do get another Q in with that. Just trying to go for these EQs every time I get those 4 passive stacks.
Shut down.
They're trying to stop me. Well, they can keep on trying.
An enemy has been slain.
It's weird, man. I swear some people just play League to like this guy's name is literally always chat banned, so like he's aware of how he's always getting chat banned, right? Like it's, I don't know, it's so weird. Just like the way they play League.
Has been slain.
Like I just hop on League to have a good time and just game, you know? But some people just hop on to like almost to like vent or like be toxic, you know? Like that's their type of venting. It's just interesting. Let's go for a kill here. Oh my goodness, that was off screen. That was max range off screen, dude. That's feeling like an Urgot grinder. That has some distance. That's like half of an Urgot grinder in terms of distance. Gosh, that Q is so satisfying too on this wave clear. That's what I was trying to say earlier with the, I got kind of sidetracked. But between your autos and your Q, the wave clear it's just satisfying, man.
Off we go, scissors.
For me, that makes the champion a little bit more fun to play when they have good wave clear. That's one thing I've been trying to put a little bit of time into K Santi, and his wave clear is also really satisfying. Yeah, I've gotten a few comments about K Santi. I'm in a weird spot with him where I enjoy playing him, but he's really hard to get good with.
Mountains beyond cliffs.
And also, this doesn't really completely dictate everything, but I feel like people don't really like watching K Santi. Because I've put out a few videos where I feel like played pretty well, but it's also hard for me to like commentate things because I'm still learning him. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but I feel like he's not like the most satisfying champion to watch. Hold on, let's go for a trade here. Okay, nice. Like, the thing that's nice about Gwen is I can talk and play her at the same time. It's pretty simple. You're just, like, autoing to build your Qs. And, like, there is some... like, you should use your E to, like, try to dodge. Like, there's some things you should think about, but... with K'Sante, there's, like, so many things I have to think about. It's hard to, like, either be... Not even be informative, but just, like, talking in general. It's really hard when I play him. I have to, like, really focus. So that could be part of the reason, but I could also see how he's not the most fun champion to watch. Like, he's kind of fun to watch when he goes all out, but that's only, what, like 10 or 15 seconds of the champion.
It is not yet your time.
So yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know.
An ally has been slain.
Sidestep the E. Pretty big wave right here, so I don't really want to trade. But we do have our ulti, so... I don't know, maybe I could have done something there with ulti. When it's that big of a wave, though, I kind of want to just focus on not dying, making sure we get the wave here. Try to kite with ulti Q. Wow, nice. Diego actually does really good damage right now, too. Alright, sweet. Yeah, one thing I do want to do this year is I want to put out more videos with like variety champions. Even if I don't actually learn them in my champ pool, I just want to try to put out more videos. I think we can fight this. I have Ignite. Nice, I got my conditioning proc too. If we land a key right now... if she E's me, we just go for the Q. Okay, I might try to 1-for-1 this. Alright, we'll take that. That's best case scenario. I'm just happy to get Camille there. Now we got our Riftmaker and our Tabby on the same back. This is going to be nice. Looks like their bot lane and their mid lane's doing pretty good. Our bot lane's also doing good, though. They're just kind of dying a lot. Pretty even game, though, which is nice. Hopefully this one goes a little bit longer than my other Gwen games. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video format with the... I know 3 gameplays in one is kind of a lot, but the other 2 games are really short. So as a content creator, it always feels kind of bad when you're doing like commentary and everything, and then you have a really short game where the enemy team just surrenders. So I feel like this is the best way to do it, just like combine those games into one. Especially if I'm playing the same champion too. Alright, we're getting a little bit aggressive here. Kane could be up here actually, because he just got Shelly. But honestly, with Riftmaker or Tabby, we have a lot of 1v2 potential. Oh yeah, look at that damage. I'm gonna go for a kill here. Just finish him off with auto attacks. Once you get that Riftmaker plus that Conqueror fully stacked, your autos and Qs and just everything adds up so much more. So that's something to really think about in those extended trades. Gwen does very, very good in those extended trades once you have your Riftmaker. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you want to be using your E as an auto reset as well. So auto E like that on the towers. And then I'm pretty sure I said it in one of the previous matches, but it gives you attack speed and also on hit damage. So it's really nice for taking towers, wave clearing, 1v1. It's just a really nice ability. It's only 35 mana too. I thought that Gromp was gonna cancel me. That thing went so far. Usually it doesn't go that far, I feel like. Yeah, definitely let me know if you guys want to see more Gwen too. I've actually really liked this champ. I've played about 3 hours of her now. I think we've played about probably like 6 matches total. You guys are only gonna see 3 of the matches, but I've played about 6. But I'm just gonna post the ones that I feel like are worth watching. But I would definitely be down to revisit this champion again in the future. Let's see if we can save this play. Oh, the Kane's here too. Let's see what I can do here. Drop Ignite. Well, nice that Ezreal came in clutch, actually. Alright, good cleanup. Always looking for those teleport plays. Yeah, it's nice on Gwen how you can go teleport plus Ignite too. Don't think I really talked about that too much earlier, but you pretty much always want to run that setup. I see some Gwens run Ghost instead of Ignite sometimes. And I think that's really good for like team fighting. Like it makes you scale better. Gwen's teamfight is weird so far, at least for me. Like sometimes it's been really good, and then other times it feels okay. Yeah, other times it feels okay. I was gonna say it feels bad, but it actually doesn't feel bad. It just feels okay so far. Sometimes it feels really good. If you're like ulti and your Qs line up and like people stack up, that's when it feels really good, is what I've noticed. And then sometimes you like block out something with your W. Okay, let's try to 1v2 this. I want to go on Callista here, though. I'm thinking she's going to face check because she wants to rotate to Drag. Drop the W. Oh my goodness, look at those heals, dude. Okay, that was insane. Wow. Yeah, we made pretty good use of the auto E there as well. Auto E, land the ultis. Pop the W when Diana tries to Q me. And there's our Nashers already. So with how fed we are, I'm thinking we'll go... Probably gonna go Rabadon's third. Just get like super damage heavy. I think that'll be pretty good here. Yeah, I just realized, I guess asking on the third game if this is a good video format probably isn't the best idea. I probably should have asked that in, like, maybe I'll drop a pinned comment or something, because I am curious about that. If people like watching the longer videos, if it's, like, multiple gameplays. But if I'm asking that on the third game, then it's probably going to be, like, the people that don't like it probably already clicked away, right? Is what I'm thinking. So yeah, maybe I'll ask that as a comment. I am curious about that because as a content creator, it's the best way to deal with those like short games, I feel like. There is a lot of short games that I just end up scrapping that you guys don't get to see because I just feel like they're too short for YouTube. Like I'll have a really good lane phase and then the game will just end. Wait, hold on, let's focus on this team fight here. We got a good flank angle. Go for the ulti. I have Ignite too. Oh, I didn't get Ignite on her though. I tried to drop Ignite there on the Diana. So close. I just barely misclicked it, I think. Or like my mouse wasn't on her quite yet. Probably don't have time for Shelly. We could maybe rush Baron. We'll see what the team wants to do. I'm not sure. Do we try to go for the Baron Rush?
Onward.
I think we'll do it decently fast, but yeah, we'll see here. We'll see what happens. I'm down. With the Gwen's actually really good at taking Baron with the Riftmaker Nashes. Look how much on-hit damage I do. And then my Q does so much. Wow, our W is such a good counter to the MF ulti. I just realized. Let's go ahead and kite back here, because that's looking a little bit dicey if we try to engage on that. Just going to stay with my Ezreal. Go for the one shot. Oh my gosh, we're just chaosing everything. Kill secures. Does my team want a Baron? Alright, we'll just go mid then. I actually really liked how we played that team fight. I think kiting back there is really good. I think if we went all in with the Viego, I think we would have died. So one thing as a top laner that can be good is just like kiting back to your ADC, especially if they're fed in a team fight. We just kite back to Ezreal there, kind of peel him, just fight with him. And sometimes that can really make the difference.
What happens next, I get to decide.
Alright, nice. We get our Rabadons. Actually, not quite yet. We get double Needle Rod, though. Need a little bit more gold for Rabadons. Really good to go bot lane here since we have teleport. If something happens with Baron, we have teleport, but also Dragon is spawning soon, and we want to play for that. Okay, there's a fight going on, so we're just going to TP early. Try to focus Callista here. That's the big focus. Ooh, I got popped. Dang, man, we got popped like a zit there. Okay, I thought that was going to be a good flank, but I guess not. I couldn't stick on the Callista there. She was just hopping around too much. Also, I don't think I used my W. That was kind of bad. Wow, W gives me 44 of each resist right now. That's actually kind of crazy. Dude, my team better not surrender. They're actually saying yes to this vote when we're completely fine. That just wasn't a good team fight. Sadly, don't have enough for Rabadons, even if we sell the D ring right now. That's going to be a massive spike. Yeah, that gives me enough now. Alright, sweet. 425 AP now. And then we're also going to have Ignite for next fight.
Whatever it takes.
They get Drake, but that's alright. Mountain Drake isn't too good on their team comp because nobody's really building tank. They don't have anybody building like a Jack show or something like that. Let's be a little bit careful here, but we can maybe pick somebody off if they face check. Just try to look for a little play, but we want to be pretty careful. Oh my goodness, look at that on-hit damage. Just want to use my ulti here. Ooh. Okay, I guess she is baiting me. Alright, that's my bad. I thought she was gonna jump away, but yeah. That makes sense. Alright, we're kind of losing the map a little bit, so hopefully we can just refocus here. Got a stopwatch for next fight, which will be pretty clutch, I think. The item's always clutch. Oh yeah, I was gonna say though with the
But I'm still here.
I was basically saying there's a lot of short games that I end up scrapping, which is fine, but like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like they're worthy to share. But like putting out a short game is just bad for like YouTube algorithm. So combining them into multiple games is pretty good.
Well, they can
It's good from my perspective, but yeah, again, I'm just curious how people feel about that, I guess. I'm trying to think what we want to do on the map right now. I'm kind of thinking we just go bot since I'll have teleport.
I sense their resolve. No matter.
I have to be really careful right now because they could try to flank me. We kind of know they're in the bot side jungle, and this MF is trying to bait, maybe. Let's go for the kill here. Oh my goodness.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, well, that's kind of a waste of stopwatch. My team can maybe get Baron. Man, I knew they were going to do that play, too. I should have trusted myself a bit more there. I'm hoping my team just does Baron here. The Viego's trying to, like, farm camps. They have to do this and get the empowered recall. And be ready to save the base. Okay, this kind of works out. I don't think the enemy team will end here because my timer is pretty short. And we have 4 people with Baron. They should be able to defend. I'll be surprised. Ooh, Twitch going for the flank. Picks up 1. Poison maybe picks up 2. Okay, not bad. Let's go for a TP flank here. Ulti's back up. Let's not be greedy. Let's just take out their Callista. It's a big shutdown. Oh, that would have been so cool if we sniped them. Alright, we'll just get mid here. Get ready for the next dragon fight. Can be a little bit tricky in these solo queue games to like, I'm not gonna lie, we had like 2 or 3 bad deaths there, and like sometimes it's hard to like recover that. This might be a little bit greedy. We should probably get out here. Oh my gosh, Camille ulti. Man, I wasn't calculating the Camille ulti. So yeah, again, this is what I was just trying to say. It's hard to like, this is something that happens in solo queue when I start dying a lot. And it happens to everyone, right? It's hard to like refocus and kind of just scale things back and regroup as a team. Because now the timers get all messed up, people die one by one, and then it kind of like, it's just a cycle that sometimes keeps going. That's where I really got to dial it back. Oh, he's going for the steal. Good try. If Twitch backs, I think we're okay. Because I think I can defend this. We're still really strong. We just need a good fight. We're making a few blunders. Oh my goodness. Okay, Ezreal with a triple kill out of nowhere. One thing that's really nice, look at my damage versus supers. Gwen is one of the best champions at taking super minions. Between your autos and your Q, it just completely shreds them. Look at that, 500 damage. 500 extra on it damage. So supers are actually pretty nice for me. Gives me some extra farm. Since they got the bot inhib, we really want to just get this pushed out. And right now we have the time to do it. Like, it's better to be bot here than trying to go mid, especially with my team backing out. We just want to get this super push. Just need to make sure we don't die this time. I'll try to have no more deaths for the rest of the match. That's the game plan. Alright, pick up Azonias, and then we'll go into Void Staff last item. They are getting a little bit of MR. Looks like MF is building Ma. Callista has a Wit's End. We got a few Merc Treads. I'm curious about Cosmic Drive on Gwen. I don't really see many people building it, but it kind of seems decent. Like, on paper, it sounds good. But I guess there's kind of just a lot of other items that are good, too. I think that's probably what it is. If anybody's a Gwen main, let me know on that, about Cosmic Drive. Because I don't see any Gwens building it. But when I think about it, it sounds pretty nice. Movement speed, ability haste. Then again, I don't really see many champions build Cosmic Drive. And I think that's just because there's kind of other better AP items. Okay, let's try to go for a team fight here, maybe. Let's just focus this guy down. Oh my gosh, super nice ulti there. True damage Q, drop ignite. Can we go for the EQ? She's really fast. Camille went for TP bot, so we'll just deal with this. She didn't heal, so we can kill her pretty easily. She gonna execute? We still got a lot of XP for that. Which I guess doesn't really matter right now. We're actually level 18. That doesn't matter at all. What am I saying? It's always nice to, if you don't know if you know you're not gonna get the kill, it's still good to chase in that situation. Assuming you're not level 18, just for the XP. Because if you're like within a certain distance, you'll still get that XP even if you don't tag them. So that can be nice to know versus like, especially proxy champions like Singe and sometimes like Scion. Sometimes you can just run in XP range right when they're about to die. And at least you still pick up a little bit. We're going to go blue pot for this fight because I think it'll probably be the final fight. Baron's coming up, or Baron's already up. Soul's coming up, potentially for them. So if anything, we want to get Baron and we want to deny Soul. So between those two things, there's probably going to be a team fight. So it's better to spend our gold right now. Wow, that Baron completely melts. Alright, we just play as a team here. Should be good. Let's build up our passive stacks. Let's go for Callista. Alright, ADC down. These autos just do so much, man. That's what I'm the most surprised about on this champion is my autos with that E. The Gnasher's Teeth as well. You just do so much on hit. Alright, we should be able to end here. Nice. Pretty fun champ, dude. I'm not gonna lie. We'll check out the damage here real quick. I'm gonna say we probably had a good like 30 to 40k. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more Gwen. And let me know if you want to see her as like a counter pick or as a non-counter pick. I feel like as a counter pick, she's so good if you get a tank. If you get a tank matchup. Yeah, wow, 40.8k damage. Nice. That was a satisfying game. I'm glad we got a longer game this time. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. And I'll see you guys next time. GG, well played, guys. Peace.
Freed by chains.